I hate that we're starting at 0 seconds, though. It makes me sad. Novalance, you're doing a great job. So I'm still building this Neo Zeon Char Aznable deck from Char's Counterattack. I was deep in thought thinking about how I should put in the Haros. I don't know how I'm going to fit the Haros in this thing. The biggest thing is that I don't think Axis is, like, it's good. Okay, it's really good because I have so many things that I have so many cards that use funnels. It's really good. Saying, hey, guess what? Your clock is ticking. What is this letdown lady? Those are all berets. I need to find the nexuses. We're gonna pause that music because it's starting to get weird. Not digging the music right now. Yes, that's so great. I'm glad that it's better. We're gonna turn on music off for a little bit though, so I can think. I was gotta think about his girlfriend lady. Well, Nani, Nanai Miguel. Your attack step. Give all your spirits with funnel effect when attacked. You can activate the spirit's funnel effect. So it uses it twice. Also increase the limit of your Neozeon. Okay, BP destruction by 3. So that's can't take that out. Either attacks up all your Neozeon family spirits can return to the hand of death. Can't take her out. That's her level 2 ability. She is so good. She is so good right now. Does it say once per turn? I'll laugh. It does say once per turn. Ah, that's funny. That's funny. Carl, I just not be paying attention once per turn. Dude, I was overthinking that so hard. Doesn't read first sentence, just reads blow stuff up. Makes me feel like Novalance a little bit. She's like, I like reading the good part, and then I just stop. And then you're like, Novalance, you have to read the rest of it. No, I just stop. Silly girl. Let's see here. So the Ginya does the plus 7,000. No, it's his mobile suit that does the plus 7,000. So taking that into consideration, funnels are great. The more cards that play funnels, the better. I think I'm one card short that I still have to take out. I think I might take out an Access. Because Access is good, but if you're not rolling, I feel like it's not that good. Gosh, Chan is insane. She is actually so good. I was gonna read her again because I was like confused. Okay. Give all your spirits funnel as spectrum attacks. You can activate this first funnel. When it attacks, you can activate the spirit's funnel. Does that mean, and help me understand, does 9 just make it so you don't pay the cost? Because they all say pay a cost, right? When it attacks, you can activate this funnel. I gotta figure out how she works, because I gotta figure out, does that mean that you don't pay the cost? All right, I'm getting some assistance right now. I have some. I don't know how she works, so I had to ask another question to the Discord channel. I can't read this card game, and I don't know the rulings. So all these cards. So 1, 2, 3, and then I have 3 of these and 3 of these, so that's 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 3 is 15 cards. 15 spirits in the deck are gonna have funnel. Things good. There's gonna be a lot of space explosions. Is all I can say from this deck. I'm really excited. So many, so many space explosions are gonna be happening. I'm a little just waiting to see what they say. This Char Azimuls, these Chars, man, they just are mad at the world because what I'm thinking of doing is I might drop Axis down. Yes, it's a good card, but the build up I feel like is just gonna take a long time. And you can't go lower than 3 char. That would that would be smart, wouldn't it? All right. I'm gonna keep 3 of her in. I gotta reread Access. No, you gotta play 3 of it. I almost feel like I just won't play hard. What would I take out from the spirits? So I got all these guys over here. Let's see what cards I would take out. So if I would take out anything, it would be one of this burst, this guy, or the escape pod. I am starting to get a lot of bursts. So let's reread the bursts. Oof. Jaradoga. When summon, reveal 3 cards from deck top besides himself. Add a card to your hand, discard the rest. Okay, so he's just consistency. And then level 2, if you would leave the field due to the opponent, core charge to char. So he's pretty good. He searches your stuff. He's highly recommended to play 3 of. The burst, after your opposing spirit or nexus when summon or deployed is activated, you kill a nexus and then you play him for free. If he's level 2 or 3 when attacks, draw a card. If you control a Neo Zeon, you can draw again. Wow! Those are both. You can't. They're too good. They're too good. They're way too good. This deck might like not care about hero, which would be weird. That'd be really weird. The only thing I could consider would like, I don't want to drop these down either because this guy gets to core, so he's like not bad to play. You don't want to. I think three is definitely flooding, so two is good, and then three. Yeah, I think this is how. I honestly think there's no room for Haro. You just have other cards that just actually do things, and that's okay, I guess. We'll call that good. I do not have to shove Haro into the deck. If it's not going to be an organic fit, if it's not going to be something that I'm kind of like, if I'm just going to play a bunch of one ofs and so to say sacrifice some consistency, I'd much rather not do that. So we got the +1. Couple edits have been made. We have our edit pile over here. Pretty much we just took cards out so that we could put the new cards in. I don't know why I have 3 escape pods over here. I thought I had 1 escape pod on the deck. I think we have to have 1 escape pod. This help. 1 little pod. 1 little pod. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Another deck is done. We just gotta get some X rares. I can actually get these back. Didn't even need them Haros. We didn't even need the Haros, which is really weird considering every deck plays them, but I'll keep my mouth shut. Okay, so we got. I don't even know what else we could do with double O. Hmm. Should we do Mercury? Or should I do season 1 from double O? Because I could try to do double O and the Thrones together. I don't see why I couldn't play them together. I think that's what I might do. Thrones with the Meisters, because they all meet together. What would I play? What do I got over here for Meisters? And we got Setsuna's because she likes Setsuna. Hallelujah and Tyria. So that's some more of those. Kyrios to go with Hallelujah. And then we got Virtue to go with. Hmm. That could work. That could work. Turn the deck into a into the Celestial Green and Co deck because the Thrones are awful. I think that's honestly what I'm gonna have to do. I will be back. Grabbing a deck. Okay, okay, okay. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I grabbed the dick. Do you think you could put the thrones plus? Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. I think second viewer, my other viewer. It's no, it's me and you right now. I have built. I have double O season two right here. Axia. I got Orb deck. I got the new Gundam Amuro deck. We got the Sazabi Char deck. We got a Pier that you can't see. Put this down here. That's 5 decks done so far today. That's crazy. That we have the Hathaway Flash deck. Now let's look at this Throne deck. We're gonna set them all out because that's how you deck build. I guess this deck does kind of go between multiple seasons too because there ain't that many thrones. There just aren't that many thrones. Which is honestly like I think a really sad part. I think they could have gone really far with the thrones. I think they could have done a lot of fun stuff with the thrones. I have no idea what. Oh, the Arcanum will eventually go in the Allah's deck whenever that comes out. 3 of the Satchez throne, which kind of is like, yay, you made it, but then you're like, why'd you make this? You play it, but the Arcanum technically is a throne because remember he stole the throne, he killed her, and he said, "You know what? That's mine." And I'm taking it. See, that's the original Griso, which actually looks great. Yang, because that searches them. What do I do, man? Three, two, one. Oh no, I do 2 of each because this deck is tight on cards. 3 Satches. Where's those Satches? Only 2 Satches? Haros. This deck is honestly like super lame. There's just, it's just, there's not a lot going on it at all. You kind of just wait, like hope you get stuff, but you kind of just don't. This deck is all Braves, and it's kind of funny. You got 3 swords. Because you have to play those, otherwise your spirits are just so weak they can't do. This deck, they're all so weak. Michael, Johan, and Nina Twinity. Got some Haros over here. See, maybe some decks that you just shouldn't play Haros in. Maybe you should just not play consistency to get more consistency. See, if we take out all this Satchez stuff, I think the deck would get better. I don't know what's Eins 2. I don't even know if any of these new ones are good. Zwei, Eins 2. So there's 2 Eins. When summoner attacks, join opposing costs 3 or less spirit. Also, if I have a dry, destroy 6 or less spirit. When you're throwing any spirits or attacking, they can't use burst effects of magic cards. The spirit with the lowest cost gains an extra blue symbol. Card's awful. So dry is good. So these are all good. We probably take out all these. All these cards would come out. All the stuff. And that's the hard thing because the Arc Gundam is legitimately the only good throne, and it's because it's not a throne. I don't know what it is about the Gundam collaborations, but they love making the bad guys substantially worse. That's a lot of cards I want to take out. What's over here? Beam Saber. This card is brave, doesn't count towards the number of braves. So you could brave a ton of these. On attacks, if it's on a Gundam, it blows stuff up. On attacks, if it's not a Gundam, it gets a symbol. I guess destroying stuff for free is always good. This card says you don't die. And then you can use its flash effect to blow stuff up. Tala Miles at 2. Now this might have to go to 3. Now I know in real Battle Spirits this card is at 1, but guess what? I play collab only, so I don't play by the ban list. So this actually would be fine at probably would be better. It would honestly be better at 3 though. And then Haro's, I don't know if I'll play Haro. I don't know if you'll need to play Haro. I think you're going to be playing so many cards that actually work towards a goal that it won't be as important. You'd rather play cards that do stuff than cards that work with consistency. So Michael summons your thrones, Joe Hunter summons your thrones. Nina is by far the worst. She's going down to 1. We'll put Michael down too. So I'll play 6 Throne Braves. GN Beam Saber. We'll see. Because we would put 2 Curios, 2 Virtue, 2 regular Curios. Did I only how okay, 2 Trans Am Virtue. Oh, 2 Setsuna, because I'll have to grab 2 Exia, 2 Hallelujah, 2 Tieria. Celestial beanifying this deck. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 cards so far. That's funny. That's a lot of cards. Hallelujah, Tieria. You still have sets. And let's see how many cards we're thinking of taking out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 cards. So at least half the deck. So this is 14. So 6 extra. I think I figured it out. But I'm not sure if this deck is going to be fun. Because it feels like it's just the new boys taking off. That's going to be like 6 of each Brave. That's crazy. That's a ton of Braves in a deck. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna go grab some Exias. Grabbing some Exias. Well, the reason why I'm thinking about ditching Haro is A, this deck has a lot of core boost abilities by himself, and it's going to have even more with with the addition of Curios. Like your core boost gets insane in this deck. Your core boosting at least once a turn. If you have the Trans Am, you're gonna core boost two a turn. That's crazy. And this deck draws so many cards. I don't think there's anything to really worry about without by dropping the Haro. I think you're actually going to work more towards what you want to accomplish rather than just having good cards. I know it is like a reduction, so I know where you're coming from there. But the thing about this deck is I think I have to commit to all these Braves. Hmm. Oh, this is a hard decision. Because I think you kind of want to throw on the Celestial Bean Boys. Just just based upon the fact that you want more representation is better than less representation, I would say. And that seems like it would be more optimal to have more things available, more things in the deck than less things in the deck. I mean, otherwise these cards are just going to sit around and do nothing. Because I don't want these cards to overshadow the thrones. That's my worry. That's my only worry is that they're like, oh, these cards are way better than the thrones. And it's like, well, yeah, they are. Like way better. Like way better than the thrones. So then you're just like, well, I don't want to play my throne. It's bad. It's like I know it's bad. Like I'd probably go up to three dry, because she's really good. All these other ones aren't that great, and they only do things when there's thrones out. Gosh, at the total cost of four, just total cost of three, they're so bad. They're so bad. But I mean, Exia I think is still the only win condition in this deck. Because that only has 3,000. I mean, all these Braves only get barely give any BP plus. Even these guys only give 2,000. Setsuna gives 3,000 because he's Setsuna. So I'm kind of sitting here just, what do I do? What do I do? Because it's kind of in a decent theme by itself right now. I just don't know what I would do with all these extra Celestial Beam Gundams. There's only so many G and Dry, so they can't, and technically in the show, they can't have more than four Gundams. They can have five max, but they've learned that they need to use two on one of them. Hard. This is so hard to think about. I guess the Celestial Bean Double O deck kind of just relies upon getting Exia, but it feels lame that two decks would have to rely upon getting Exia to do anything. Feels like, why do you have the Exia deck? Why is Exia in both decks if he's that good? It's sad because it feels like you have to play Ali Al Sanchez together with these guys because he has the other mobile suit in here. During Brave, when attacks must return refresh the spirit. When the spirit decreases opposing life, activate the Wind Summon, which is destroy an opposing Brave or Grandwalker Nexus. Wow, that's really good. Maybe there's a reason why he's supposed to be played with his other cards. Hello, second viewer. We are editing our Gundam Throne Celestial Beam deck right now with some of the new cards. Where I'm thinking about, do I take out the Alial Sanchez stuff and put in more Celestial Beam support so it's more of a Celestial Beam deck? Or do I make it more of a Thrones for Sanchez? Because the Sanchez cards do stuff. The Celestial Beam cards are just there to stall you until you get to the Aliel Sanchez cards. So I have to think about, do I want it to be an Aliel Sanchez deck? Because you're really not doing anything unless you have the Arc Gundam out, which is technically at 1 in the official ban list, but I play 3 because I don't play tournaments. I just play with my friends and we build our decks that are just collab only character decks. So everything has to fit a certain scenario with the deck. I have to figure out how I want to move things around here. Do I? And this card is also at 1. I play 2 right now. I probably play 3 if I played the Meisters. But that's the thing. I have all these cards where I'm like, I could play these cards that are just substantially better. But then you have the same problem where you're just like, well, are you just building the same deck twice with like 10 different cards? Because that's what it feels like. Because it's 3, 6, so that's 9 plus Beam Sabers. That's 10. So that's 20. So it's like, okay, do you want 25% of your deck to be different? Like, I guess you got your 6 Braves here too. But you know what I mean? Do you want like, oh, it's like the same core. You're just putting in other things to see if it makes it better. What cards can't I play? Hmm. Come on, Exia. SD53. That is our Babado Gundam. Curious time is Nodley. Nodley's not good, is it? When your virtue would leave the field, summon this guy for free. He's bad. He's really bad. GN type E is bad. Can't be stopped. Card's awful. Where Celestial Beam is great. Exia and Exia Transam are great. CB13, there's really nothing for Season 1 double O. Curious Flight Form. We have Curios. Hmm. Got Curios, huh? Not bad. Because there's also Sumeragi Lee Noriega, even though this she's in her season 2 uniform. I could play her. She probably would make the deck a bajillion times better. But I probably shouldn't because then I'm just making it a Celestial Bean Boys deck rather than actually making a deck that has different focuses and different like actually trying to use the thrones because they're just awful. And there's nothing you can do to get around how awful they are. And whenever your Celestial Fiend family spirits are destroyed by opposing effect, you can summon this from your hand. When you've done so, one of the destroyed spirits remains in the field exhausted. Like she, this machine's a she rescues things, so she could be played in this deck just fine. And because she really just focuses on Celestial Being because she has a thing for Setsuna. But Zwei, which is this guy, the other cost 4, when summer attacks, destroy any opposing spirits at the cost of 4. Ick. Also, while Brave, destroy an opposing Brave. Second ability is okay. That first part is awful. Level 2, while your throne name spirits are attacking, so half the deck and all the bad cards. The opponent can't use non-mobile suit family spirits from their hand. Okay, so you're going to limit your opponent so that they can't, so that they. Oh no, you want them to use armed intervention against you. Too bad you're just weak and you're just going to get crushed. And then Eyes of the cost 3. Now, keep in mind these are all rares and master rares. Summon this card from your hand. Sorry. When someone attacks, destroy an opposing cost 3 or less spirit. Also, if you control an exactly named Dry, which is this guy, it says exactly named Dry, so it makes me wonder if there's going to be another version of Dry. Destroy an opposing cost 6 or less spirit. So this card, when someone attacks, has a capability of destroying something kind of big, but it's very reliant on you already having something else. Level 2, though, when your throne name spirits are attacking, so still locked into the throne keyword, the opponent can activate burst effects of magic cards. So that effect isn't actually that bad. But the point is they all rely on each other and they're all bad. Because pretty much if you ever are at a point in a game where you get like Dry to defend one of your other spirits, oh it like defends like your Ein, and then you flash arm intervention your Zwei, destroy a 6 or less. You did all that work, and what did you do? Destroy a 6 or less? I mean, it's just so much effort for just very, very, very small margin of bonus. It just makes me so sad about how all the throne cards are just bad. I mean, they legitimately just made a bad deck. And when when the Liang zero reverse, so when this flips, it will become a Dry as well. So maybe we got to play 3 Zwei. No, 3 Ein. Ein can destroy, excuse me, a 6 or less. Weird. So you use your Dry to protect your Zwei, and then you flash your armed intervention Ein down to destroy the 6. Okay. So this card is by far your best card. There's no argument in that. I think it's just you have to do so much for so little. It's just never worth it to focus on the thrones. That's why you also like the spirits aren't even that great either. Or the Braves aren't that great. Pay one to play him, draw a card, pay one to summon the throne. It's just you don't want to summon thrones. You know what? I dropped down to one Michael and one Nina. See, the way that this deck could be good is if the Grandwalker Nexus for this deck would be Wong Lume, and if it said treat all your opponent's spirit as cost 5 or less, this deck would be really good. Or maybe 4 or less, because it's really hard to get to. This card would be doing the most. Interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. But I think I do have to play the Double Oath Crew. I think it really is the only way to have cards that aren't awful. It really is. Other than that, everything is just weak and not going to get you far. There is an Eins too, but it's awful. Armed Intervention. See, all their cards, I swear, are just gonna, they're all going to, ugh, maybe I should try keeping in these two because it makes low symbol things do stuff. And this deck kind of like swarms. Two Ions. They're all so bad. They're all so bad. Sacha's why. Interesting. So both the Arc Gundam and the Zwei work exactly the same. Dude, I don't know. Maybe I do have to keep this stuff in. Maybe I just start drop. Maybe I just drop some of these Brave cards down. Because you do like having a bunch of. You like having a lot of different named throne units. You want more thrones. You don't want less thrones. Hmm. But it's a Celestial Beam deck at the same time. So really, like what I'm contemplating it is like, do I want this deck to be more unique, where it's not a Celestial Beam deck or a Celestial Beam deck exclusively? It's got a bigger story to it, or do I want to be like, I guess I'll just play like a Celestial Beam deck with this, so I can use some of these things. Because what would I put all this other throne stuff? Honestly, I think they just have to make a card that makes the thrones better. Otherwise, they're just always going to be very mediocre. Very mediocre. And I don't want the deck to be mediocre, but it just feels like that's the way that it has to be until they make something that makes the deck better. 5 Braves, because you really don't ever want to play these. I think you just want to discard them. Maybe that's what I just want to try. Take out all the Sanchez cards. What is there, 10 Sanchez cards? 10 Sanchez cards and 3 Braves. So that's 13 cards. 6 and 6, that's 12. Eight. What if I don't put sets in? And do I not have a win condition? Trans Am is fun and all, but unless you can win. Gotta go back to reading, everybody. You gotta figure out if it's worth it or not. Jan Archer isn't awful. Now my knee hurts, everybody. Oof. Interesting. That's an annoying effect. Some appears I'm getting a little sidetracked. Sergei Smirnov is a ridiculous card. All Grandmaker cards. Going back to CB13 over here now. Let's see, because I'm thinking the Gian Armor type E might be what I want to use. Because that's like the only good card. Because like Exia is Transams. The regular Exia isn't. Maybe I just don't play Exia. I just play GN Exia. Play 3 GN Exias. Sound something for free. But that's not really scary, is it? You play 2 of each throne, I think, because you just want different names in your trash. Interesting. Okay. So if I did do it, do I just leave the Arc Gundam in? I don't know if Sanchez comes back until the season 2, though. We're gonna search this squad. Let's see here. We searching for cards, chat. I'm focusing really hard on what I'm looking for. Arc Gundam. Arc Gundam. Not art. Arc. I could see though why it would say that though. All right, let's look her up. So it's only in the second season, so he soups it up at. So after he fights, he comes back in season two. Interesting. There's multiple Arc Gundams that were built. It says at least two. Arc Gundam Dry. That's cool. Arc Dry. Did not know that existed. Jagged Arc. Oh, man, dude, if they come out with more of manga stuff for Gundam, it's over. My wallet is. I'll never have a house. I'll just play cards forever. This is very hard to decide. Because I'm thinking, do I just play the Arc Gundam inside of it? I don't have to play all Sachas. Hmm. What I think I do is I think I just play the Sachas version of the Zwei to get another throne name in there. Maybe drop it to two. The Zwei becomes the Art Gundam. It's probably why there's only one iteration of it. Let's see here. Aliel Sanchez. Let's see what you did with the Zwei. Gotta learn about where that how that works. Huh. Does it show Sacha's use? Dude, I like when there's more. Grand Theft Gundam is great. I wish there was more stealing mobile suits and Gundam. Like, hey, you left your keys in it. You left it running, so I took it. And then you're like, aw, yeah, it must be Ariel Sanchez. Blah 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 blah. Oh, let's see here. It doesn't talk to me about his mobile suits. Didn't talk to me about his mobile suits. I'm mad. Doesn't say anything about the enact custom. Nope. Grr. That makes me a little bummed out. You want more Graham Acre? I don't know what I want to do. I don't. It's a lot of proxies to take out. It's a lot of Arc Gundams to not play either. But what would I rather not play? Commons or secret rares that are super spendy secret rares. But at the same time, you're just like, what's best for the deck at this point? I mean, the GN Arms E is probably a good card for this deck. I don't really want to play Setsuna and Trans Am though. And I wouldn't burn a Sumeragi and put her in a crummy Thrones deck. Like the Thrones feel like they're so bad they can't be a deck. You have to put an Alial Sanchez. So what if I rewind here? What if I just take out Alial stuff? What if I do leave in two of the Sasha's thrones for names? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So now you play more thrones in here. I don't even think there's like a lot of magic cards. About 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. We got 12 cards over here, ignoring the Haros. The Haros just give you reduction. There's just not enough magic cards to play for this deck either. And it's very difficult for me to decide. Because a lot of those cards that you play that I'm considering taking out, they're all cards to try to check your opponent from not doing too much. Like, hey, don't you explode on me, or else I'm gonna have to hurt you. And that because right now it just feels like I'm taking out cards that do have flavor within the universe, but they're just not being utilized right. It's hard to say, everybody. It's hard to say. And honestly, I don't know where to go from there because it's something that I want, but it's just not something that I know if I can complete. I don't know if it's something to the point to where I would have to change this deck up so much to the point to where I'm either A, just making it like half of the same version that another one of my decks is, because like my regular Celestial Being deck, it plays all the Trans Am cards. All I'm missing on this deck is like Dynamis. And then I would have all the Meisters almost and all the Gundams and their Trans Ams. And that just feels weird. It feels kind of wrong. So I'm kind of just debating on how I want to move forward with this because I want it to still be Thrones, but the Thrones are awful. They are god awful. So it feels like the Thrones are almost like an ulterior win motive. Where like, oh, you just kind of play them in the background, and if they live, they live. If they don't, that's too bad. But at the same time, it just feels like every time you play one, it feels like you're wasting resources. That's honestly how it feels every single time you play a Throne card. Maybe I just shouldn't have a Throne deck. Maybe it's that bad. It might be that bad. It might be that bad where it's just like, all right, well they haven't given you enough stuff because all you do in this deck is wait to get your Sanchez cards, and your Sanchez cards just do stuff for almost free. We're at a standstill, chat. We are at a standstill. A lot of options, but none of them seem like they're worth going with. Because most of the stuff all happens in season one. They're like, yeah, the see if I took out 3 Arc Gundams and I take out 3 pilots and 3 Haros, that would be 9 cards. I still get to leave Satchez in here. And I can boost the Alvaron. You can have 3 of each. 3, 3, 3. I think that's what I'll do. Let's see, because he has a friendly mobile suit too that's available from CV13. It's a Satchez use mobile suit. So there's a Satchez type card that helps you summon him for darn near free. So that would definitely check your opponent. I think I just commit more to more Aliel Satchez. Just in a different version. Because maybe these Arc Gundam cards are just distracting me. Or I just take out the Braves. No, I think you play the Michaels. Could take out 4. Put in 1 of each. Or I literally just take her out and put in no Talamias. So my goal is to get the Alpha. No, I think I actually just commit harder to my original strategy. I think that's what I have to do. Take out, yeah, 1 Nana and 1 Michael. Oof, less on my deck, everybody. Deck down, deck down. All right, so I think I'm figuring it out. I think we're gonna leave in all the Alial Sacha stuff, but we're actually gonna commit harder to it because we want to get more Alial Sacha stuff to activate. 3, 2, 2, 3. I think we buff this up to 3 and 3. And then We can look at seeing how we can put in that Sach as an act, maybe. Is that card worth playing? Probably not. But this deck can draw a little bit. Stall with kind of weak stuff for a while. And then you figured it out. I figured it out. We're gonna stall with weak stuff, and then we're definitely gonna because this doesn't draw you anything. So that Sach as an act is bad. Yes, yes. So Juan Lume and whatever her brother's name is that like serves her, I feel like those would be the cards that would make the addition. Well, for now, no, I'm gonna go look. I'm not gonna be lazy. I know I have these in my Gundam hollow box. I'll be back grabbing a third Agrisa and a third Aliel Satches. Agrisa. There. Right. Found him, found him. Now stuff over, over, over. All right. I found him. Gotta put my blankets back on. A little chilly. Okay, okay, okay. All right. So we are gonna take out one brother and one sister and add in one mercenary and one mercenary mobile suit. Goodbye, Nina Trinity. Goodbye, Michael Trinity. Goodbye. And here in comes Ariel Sanchez. Because he actually does stuff. Hey guys, I'm Ariel Sanchez, and I actually do stuff. And the Agrisa, because you just get to play it for free. And if you just didn't see me, I actually tried to read the card, and it doesn't have a proxy, so that was stupid. This card is. All the Sanchez cards are good. And they're all expensive. But the funny thing is that two of them, the Arc Gundam and the Agrisa, summon for free. And then this guy just comes out sometimes. Hopefully you can get him for free. No, but we decided not to play our other celestial being guys. They'll probably just never get played because I already have all the original structure deck cards. And they're like, "Why aren't you playing the altar?" I'm like, "It's really not that special. Sanchez. Bunch of Sanchez mobile suits. That feels good. And then a couple of Haros, regular guys. Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like that's the best that you can do with this deck. Three Agrisas, three Arc Gundams, three Sachas use. Three Sachas. Hopefully you get cards out for free. Your Talamiles, your one next or your one of two Nexuses probably should be playing three so that you can turbo a little bit better and swarm the field with the with your thrones. Three sabers. Maybe you can make the thrones a little bit more deadly. Three We Are Celestial Beam. This is your defensive card. This means your opponent will save yourself a turn, and you can probably blow stuff up maybe with it too. Haros, consistency and reduction. Down to one Nana Trinity, she's just not that good. Two Michael, yeah, he's gonna help you play your thrones, but remember your thrones are bad. Johan, just pretty much says you can summon up to three bodies from your trash with different names, as long as they're throne names, and then you just use them to block. And then you play two Ein, two, two Ein one, two Zwei, two Dry, three Liang, and then technically there is the Sanchez use throne Zwei as well. So you do play a fair amount of throne name stuff. I guess if I was considering changing something right now, it would be taking out one Beam Saber and adding in a third Ptolemaeus. And that's strictly because we don't have a throne mothership yet. So that's another thing that should definitely come out. Well, stream, we just finished building another deck. That's like 6 decks today. That's actually crazy. We have a third viewer. Hi, third viewer. We just got done building Mobile Suit Gundam Double O Thrones and Aliel Sanchez. It is not a ban list cooperative deck, just so you're aware. I do not play with the ban list because I don't play with anyone competitively. I play a Japanese game in America. So I get to make my own rules. And my own rules say play with the cards that you like. Now, Novalance, what about Digimon tonight? When do you want to head out? Let me know. I'm going to search. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab my white box. We're going to search to see if we have another Telemiles. That didn't sound good. My headphones accidentally dropped. I thought I set them down softly. I didn't. I didn't. All right. Got my big old white box of commons from other sets over here. I'm going to be a little off stream, off road, but it's all right. We're cruising. That's white stuff. That's red stuff. Is this blue stuff? This is blue stuff. All right. We want the blue. We're looking for the Nexus cards. Those aren't Nexuses. Those are bursts. 530. Giri. Patrick Colasar. Forgot he was in this game. I completely forgot he was in this game. That's super funny. Oh, hey, why is the purple card with the purple cards? Because I was looking in the wrong set. And then we got some Curiouses, some more Sanchez cards. And the Braves that just all got remade. So no one will care about these really much anymore. That's a little depressing. Man, I am not getting to the Nexuses yet. Got so many Gundam cards, man. It's really lame mobile suits right now. They're not lame, they're just not what I'm looking for, so I'm insulting them. Sorry for hurting your feelings, cards. I have like no nexuses. That's so weird. I'm like 90% through the blue cards right now. Not a single nexus. I've hit like one. It was Billy Katagiri. Nodley. Oh, here we go. Yay! We need one. That was it. It was right at the front. Right at the front. Sota. All right, now I get to put these back. Back. Snack. Track. All right, let's see here. Any of these other cards that can take a detour? Nope, these all have to go on the other one. Why, Carl? Because this only has the first two Gundam sets in it. The other two Gundam sets. Well, this one I haven't even put away. The other one is put away. All right, that set is all done. Adjustments have been made. I'm not even gonna stand up and put that one away. I'm just gonna kick it away. We're gonna drop the beam saber down to two. It's okay. It's not how you want to win. Your thrones. It doesn't even have a symbol, so it's not even gonna give you reduction. It's just gonna sit on the field and kind of not do anything. While instead we could play a third Ptolemy and use it to just fuel the deck faster. That's definitely a better idea. Wow. And I just put the box away that I could have. I'm bringing it back. Come on, back, box. Use my feet to grab this box. It's not working out, stream. I'm just like, I got it. Yeah, yup. Outsmart the box, everybody. Outsmart the box. All right, that stuff is in the box. Stuff is in the box. That stuff is in the box. It's 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 in the box. Yeah, definitely turning the deck into like a pure all Sanchez deck is definitely the right way to go. Why? Because everything else is bad when it comes to thrones. They are part of the celestial being family, but they kind of break off and do their own thing in the show, and nobody likes that. And they're like, "Why don't you like that? We're terrorists." And they're just like, "You just said it." And they're like, "What do you mean?" You're like, "You just said terrorists." And they're like, we're not like bad terrorists. We just blow things up when we just are bored." And they're like, "That's not good." And we're like, "Don't tell us how to live our lives." And they're like, "Let's fight." And they're like, "Fine, let's fight." That's literally how it goes. But we're part of the same organization, so that means that you're bad too. And we're just like, and then they're just like, "Say what?" "Yeah, we're part of the same org, bro." And they're just like, "What? No, we're not." They're like, "Yeah, see it. Look at our jackets. It says it right here." And they're like, "Oh, okay. Must be telling the truth." They weren't telling the truth. Well, they are telling the truth from what they believe. And they kind of are, but they're part of a their whole plot got screwed up, I think. I don't think that they were meant to I don't think that they were designed the thrones were designed to just like how the innovators weren't created to like ruin celestial being. I don't think the thrones were. But yeah, I think that is one of the greatest mysteries. Why are the thrones not as good as they could be? And I will always wonder. Aliel Sanchez, you're back in the deck. You're back on. You're on payroll, player. You are on payroll. Payroll, player. Well, chat, we've built like 6 stacks today. And as if you can't tell, my throat's a little dry. So I I'm gonna get off for the night. At least for now. Yeah, probably for the night. I don't think I'll come back tonight. But this weekend I'll probably be streaming more. We got more boxes to open. We got more decks to build. Definitely stay tuned. Thanks for watching the stream. Novalance, it was fun. Whoever our other viewer is, it was a pleasure having you here. Hi, gonna take it easy for a little bit. Just did a lot of thinking. One, two, three, four. Oh, hold on. One, two, three, four, five, 6 decks. Not bad for 3 hours. Okay.